but as the baseball season gets ready to kick off, we got a big announcement coming from one of the biggest sports betting operators in the country. Bet365 is a brand new partnership. And with the state of Missouri getting ready to launch sports wagering, they partnered up with, guess who? The most popular team in the state of Missouri. I don't think there's any argument there, right? In St. Louis Cardinals. Bet365 has now tried to position themselves to get ready for this big launch coming up, potentially this summer. They and the sportsbook have entered into a multi-year marketing partnership that makes Bet365 the St. Louis Cardinals' first ever sports betting partner. As a result, they can advertise on Cardinals radio broadcasts, Cardinals TV Insider Show, Cardinals.com, and basically, you're going to see Bet365 all over Busch Stadium this upcoming baseball season. Meanwhile, is it possible that the state of Alaska is the next state to approve sports betting? Seems possible. House Bill 145 has proposed that Alaska can offer up to 10 mobile wagering licenses, with operators required to pay a $100,000 licensing fee, which are valid for 1 year. Under the bill, operators cannot promote or advertise mobile sports wagering to persons under 21 years of age. So keep an eye, for those of you who live in Alaska, to the possibility of you being able to bet mobily coming soon. Meanwhile, in the National Basketball Association, it was a big shot at the end of the game, a pre-planned shot, of course, from Devin Booker with 2.4 seconds left to beat the Bucks 108-106 as the Suns are staying alive in the NBA's playoff race. Kevin Durant had a monster game, 38 points, but Booker's key shot at the end of the game was the difference. Giannis had 31 points for Milwaukee, and Brook Lopez missed a turnaround jumper at the buzzer that could have eventually tied it, and that's the way that the game ended. In terms of the final shot of the game, yes, this was the plan all along. In fact, Kevin Booker and Kevin Durant had worked on this in the Olympics, and Booker says they just executed it at the end of the game last night.
Yeah, the play was for K, a play that we ran in Paris this summer, right before halftime in his first game back. I haven't watched it back yet, so I don't know if they denied him, but, Royce came to me, also set a great screen, and, just hit the shot.
You said that recently that hanging your hats on the defensive end. How big was that tonight, particularly after the first quarter?
Yeah, it was a physical game all the way through, which is what we expected. So, this last few games we've had a lot of success of, picking teams up full court, turning them over, and, playing with pace.
Kevin, when you just look at the ability that you're on fire with the three now, but you're getting them in your pocket. It's not like you're having to do a lot with it. You just catch it and shooting.
Yeah.
How big is that when the pass is delivered to you in that way and you're able just to shoot?
Yeah, I mean, when Book is drawing two and, he has the vision to see on that backside too, the defense is at his mercy. He can shoot the ball. He can make that interior pass or he can throw out to the wing. And, with the gravity that he draws, that gives me some open shots. And also my teammates' offensive rebounding and getting me threes too. So you just got to stay fundamentally sound when I get them and keep letting them fly.
I think right now the Suns are surging toward the playoffs. Meanwhile, where will the Boston Celtics be if they don't have Jayson Tatum? That's a question that we may have to ask for the coming days, as he has an ankle injury that he suffered after the game or during the game yesterday. The Celtics did beat the Kings. Final score, 114-95. Domantas Sabonis ended up landing on Tatum's ankle as he came down from shooting a three. He ended up rolling the ankle. Joe Mazzulla, the head coach of the Celtics, afterwards says hopefully some ice and rest can get this thing better.
He seems to be doing okay. He's just icing it right now. I didn't see the play, but they made the right calls of flagrant foul, and fortunate that he was able to shoot the free throw and, just taking care of it right now. So,
what did you like about the way the guys kind of responded after that, and particularly defensively?
It wasn't just that play. I like how they responded really just the entire game for the second night of a back-to-back to play against a physical team like that. We gave up 20 points in the first, 5 or 6 minutes and then 75 the rest of the game. And so that team brings out the physicality and they test you. And I thought our guys did a great job of handling that, just making plays on both ends of the floor. I thought our defense was tremendous, 17-point fourth quarter. So some good stuff, but just like the approach mindset that we have.
On a night that Dwight Howard was honored by the Orlando Magic, they end up picking up a win in front of the former Defensive Player of the Year, Franz Wagner and Pablo Banchero, give the Magic a 118-106 win over the Los Angeles Lakers. This is even with Luka Doncic playing in the game. He had 32 points. LeBron had 24 points. But the Lakers are now struggling down the stretch. They've lost 7 of their last 10 and have lost 3 games in a row. Nikola Jokic has been out, and the Nuggets have not been winning, although they will get him back soon. Last night, Kobe White had a big game, 37 points for the Chicago Bulls, as they beat the Nuggets by a final of 129-119. In the women's college basketball tournament, a very difficult night for the USC faithful yesterday, as Juju Watkins suffered a torn ACL in USC's 96-59 win over Mississippi State. It is time basically for Watkins to have a seat. Going to be out, of course, an extended period of time. Difficult night for her and the head coach, Lindsey Gottlieb, who talked about how the team had to be resilient and fight to win the game.
I just try to look people in the eye and say, we can do this. We've got this. We need everybody, stay focused and locked in on the task at hand. But, they're competitors. And that's what they are naturally want to do, have someone's back. I think they had her back. I think they had each other's back. I think stuck together and had like I said, the fans felt really a part of that too. You had to be here to feel it, I think. I don't know if people saw that through the TV, but it was a palpable thing that I think everyone wanted to step up for one another. And I just had to guide them, in that direction.
All right, over for the UConn Huskies. Paige Becker had 34 points. They beat San Diego State 91-57. UConn, one of the favorites to win the women's side in the NCAA tournament. Final game for Paige Becker's playing at home in Storrs, Connecticut, and talked about the emotions of the last shot there.
Yeah, it means everything. Like you said, obviously we started playing here with cardboard cutouts as the fans. So just to have gone through that and then experience the other side of it, which was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. You can't even hear timeouts. You can't even hear fouls. You can't even hear the whistle blow, just because how loud they are and how much support they show. And it truly feels like they're a part of the team in the way they can shift the game and shift the momentum. So it's been a dream to play here, a dream to wear this uniform, a dream to play in this environment. And as much more times like you want it to continue to happen, you just take every single chance you have and never take it for granted.
It's been a great tournament for the college at the University of Maryland, as the men and the women are both moving on to the Sweet 16. Maryland beat Alabama in double overtime yesterday, 111-108. And also North Carolina beat West Virginia 58-47. And of course, they're going to play Duke in the next round of the Sweet 16. We've got opening day coming up this Thursday, final day of exhibition games in Major League Baseball starting here in about an hour from now. Good news for Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers. We told you yesterday here on the show, the reports were that he was losing a lot of weight and felt very sick. In fact, there was some question as to whether or not he would start the season active with the Dodgers. Dave Roberts says he will. Good news there. Also, Blake Snell is going to be home opener starter, taking on Tariq Skubal, a Cy Young Award winner. And Landon Roop, get used to that name if you're a San Francisco Giants fan. He's won the 5th spot in the Giants rotation, Bob Melvin announced yesterday.